afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. It is a pleasure to interview you today. We'll start with a quick introduction first.
Thank you very much. I am Dr. Urvashi Makkar, currently Director of IMS Ghaziabad. And it's my honor that I have been associated with this institution since now more than a decade, starting my journey with IMS from 2004 till now has been a great learning and a fruitful experience in terms of being a part of the academic fraternity. I feel myself privileged.
Thank you for the introduction, ma'am. But before this, I would actually like to add a couple of points that I think can inspire a lot of people out there. Dr. Urvashi Makkar, Director of IMS Ghaziabad, she's a seasoned academician, scholar, and institutional leader, having over 23 years of an amazing track record in management education. She's recently been elected to the prestigious Council of Management of All India Management Association, the national apex body of the management profession in India, as a representative of corporate institutional members for the year 2021 to 2023. With this, she has to her credit 13 books published by renowned publishing houses, including Tata McGraw-Hill, and more than 76 publications in national and international conferences in seminar. In addition to this, she's also the member of the governing body of Shivaji College, University of Delhi, treasurer of the governing body of Bhagini Nivedita College, University of Delhi, and also head India operations in a New York-based startup. Adding to this, she's an excellent orator and an insightful leader. Her forte is in an amazing academic background, immense subject knowledge, continuous innovating and creative working style, and a strong social network. She's been making extensive efforts for developing entrepreneurial culture and global interference in India. Again, ma'am, it is an honor to have you today with us. Thank you. We'll start understanding your journey now. So presently you are with IMS Ghaziabad. So we want to understand what are the USPs of IMS Ghaziabad, which sets it apart from other private top PGDM colleges.
It's a very interesting question, and I really feel pleased while sharing with you that when we say that IMS Ghaziabad is an institution in the management profession and education since last 32 years, it has created a very strong legacy of itself. So its legacy is its very first USP. I must say that it has been one of the oldest private B school in the northern India. Secondly, having a legacy becomes your USP only if you have sustained that quality education since its inception. So I'm really proud in sharing that right from the inception till date, the quality of education which is provided to the students has been sustained, and reflections of this quality. Reflection of the quality are always visible in two very important parameters of any B school. One always is that what exactly is the placement scenario of the institution. And IMS has the history of having 100% placement since its inception. Even during the COVID period, this particular year, our students have attained 100% placements. And that too in the A and A star category companies like Deloitte, Amul, ITC, Cadbury's, Colgate, Dabur. Most of the best brands of FMCG campus have come to the campus. Similarly, in the banking sector, almost every possible best company has come to the campus for the recruitments. And this year we have itself created a record of its kind by having the median salary crossed 8.5 lakhs package of the students, and the highest package offered to the students have been 26.5 lakhs. And this year, our students have got the international placements also. 3 of them have already joined in Dubai. So we are really proud that our students are going places and they are proving that the academic quality offered and the various opportunities provided to them during their stay in the campus for 2 years are giving them the real kind of the results in their career development. Then third, very important aspect of the USP of our campus is the focus on the skill enhancement. We have always believed that the placements have to be the byproduct. That should not be the goal of a B school student. And if the student is focused on enhancing the skills, they are going to help them in their career, not only on the very first job of their life. So, in fact, we are preparing our students not for the first job of the life, but for the lifelong career. And that focus definitely is one of the USP of our campus, because every possible student engagement activity is centered around the skill enhancement of the students. So these are few areas which we are proud of. Besides that, of late, we have created very strong global interface for our students, in which we have associated various global adjunct faculty members who are, in fact, the senior corporate experts. And they have started taking 30 hours modules of the various courses in our campus, like strategic management, then management of change, innovation, and technology. So this is the another one area which we have been really delighted to share, is adding strong value to the knowledge wealth of the students. So the list is long, but yes, these are few areas we're really proud of.
That is phenomenal, ma'am. Good to see you, shape the career of students in such a manner, and keeping up with the changes and innovations that has happened in the education industry in the last couple of years. Moving on to the next question, ma'am. How do you ensure the diversity of students in the IMS? We've seen that, almost each and every university, they are one of their top priorities to have a diversified pool of students. So how do you ensure that you have a diversified pool of students and maintain diversity of students year on year?
In fact, again, this is very interesting question, Palak. Thanks a lot for asking this, because diversity, I believe, can lead to a lot of areas of excellence in any organization. And B school specifically requires diversity for, you can say, overall development of the students, because an ecosystem is created in the campuses when the students from the different states come together and they study together. And that has been definitely one focus area during the process of admission in our campus. And we try to create pan-India presence of the students in our campus. I'm very happy to share with you that currently in our campus, we have the students from more than 19 states in the current batch. And starting from North India to South India, West, and even East India side, we have a lot of representation of the students. So we are trying to give the admission notifications to the different directions so that the visibility is there, awareness is there about the seats of the campus. Currently, we are having 360 seats of PGDM flagship program. And we're really proud that our PGDM flagship program is having National Board of accreditation since last 20 years. And that is one of the reasons that the students are very well aware about the program, its validity, its technical importance, and how it is helping the students even in their career abroad. When they have to go for the higher studies, our PGDM degree is considered equivalent to the master's degree MBA program. So these are certain areas which are automatically creating the diversity. Somewhere we have not taken any exceptional efforts to create diversity, but we are really happy that the visibility of IMS is pan-India, and that is encouraging the students to take admissions to the campus.
That is absolutely amazing, ma'am. To hear from you that you're not putting any exceptional efforts. Actually, sets IMS Ghaziabad apart from a lot of top PGDM colleges. So, moving on to the next question, ma'am. What is your advice to the aspiring management students? Like, what skills do you believe they should inculcate? To keep up with today's skills or careers or any sort of roles that they have to take in future?
Well, I must say that the market is becoming very, very competitive currently, and B school students have tough competition once they enter into the corporate sector. Hence, the degrees only are not sufficient to give them the bright careers. Instead of that, they have to have a buffet of the skills with them. And these 2 years of PGDM program, when they are in the campuses of the B schools, they have to learn those skills. And currently,
Ma'am, I lost your voice.
when the institutions are working in the technologically revolutionized corporate sector, undoubtedly, the most important skill is to learn and relearn. That's why the students who have learned and are on higher scales of learning agility, they have been showcased as highly successful. Even the researchers have proven that the learning agility is one skill which needs to be learned by the students so that they can have this wisdom when to relearn the new skills to sustain in the market. Besides that, because we are living in the digitally revolutionized ecosystem currently, it is really important to have inputs in terms of the subjects which are providing them the hand holding and those very, very vital skills. That's the reason that at IMS Ghaziabad, post COVID, we have introduced 37 new modules in the curriculum. We are having a very highly placed academic council which helps us in the curriculum revision process and the curriculum upgradation process. Keeping that into view, we have added highly technologically driven 30 hours modules recently in our curriculum. Few of them are like digital transformation in the business. Similarly, the another one is management of change, innovation, and technology. Similarly, the another one in the different specialization areas are the Google Analytics, HR Analytics, Financial Modeling and Analytics. These are certain courses which are full 30 hours modules have been incorporated in the curriculum, which are preparing our students for this vital skill of understanding the digital world. Second, very important skill which needs to be learned by the students are the life skills, the soft skills, and the focus on the emotional intelligence. Keeping that into view, we are very proud, and I'm so sure that very, very rare institutions are there who have incorporated this, that we have introduced full-fledged module of placement readiness enhancement program, that is PrEP. And besides that, we have introduced full process of PPSP, that is personal and professional skill program. And these are having 5 modules which are given to the students in every trimester for 12 hours and for 30 hours, respectively, PrEP and PPSP. Like, say, for example, in PPSP module, you can see that there are 5 modules which are focusing right from the term 1 of the student's entry in the campus, starting from the self-awareness and self-management. This is a 20 hours module in which we talk about the competency mapping of the students. We talk about the SWOT analysis, which they have to create about themselves so that they can understand their strengths and weaknesses, and they can learn what areas they have to work upon in the stay in this campus for 2 years. And that competency mapping is done with the help of highly experienced faculty members and the experts from the corporate sector, so that students can create a bank of the competencies which they currently are having and which needs to be created. And this activity has given us so many insights about the behavioral and personality factors of the students, which needs to be developed. So these are certain new skill areas which have been created. Similarly, in the PPSP module, that is personal and professional skill program, we have certain modules like focus from the summer internships to pre-placement offers. So starting from the 3rd trimester onwards, our focus is shifted towards having very strong area of concern for getting good summer internships and learning from those opportunities. So sensitization workshops are organized in the campus for the summer internships. Students are encouraged with the help of the alumni talk series so that they know the importance of PPOs, pre-placement offers. So very strong focus is on the research orientation during this phase. So this is third very important skill which is inculcated among us the students for their benefit, and that's the reason IMS is among us very few institution which is giving the students short-term training programs on certain softwares like SPSS, then CMIE, then Tally, and lot of impetus is on the aptitude training of the students, Versant training to improve their vocabulary and the English communication. All these things integrated together are giving them a lot of inputs in terms of preparing them for the corporate sector. So I must say that the skills which are needed in the corporate sector today are being integrated in the curriculum of the campus. And that is one area which we are really proud of.
This sums up, I think, the best of everything, ma'am. When I started working 6 years back, I think if these kind of, trainings and learnings would have been given to me that time, I would have definitely been at a, much higher role. But this is a great opportunity for students, and I think students should leverage it to their utmost, capabilities. So absolutely amazing, ma'am. So moving on to the next question. This question is more about your experience, like being an experienced leader in the education field. What are the changes you've witnessed in the past couple of years? Changes, innovations, learnings, and any sort of experience or an instant that you'd like to share with us?
In fact, I must say, Palak, that the post-COVID environment is tougher for the students, and they have to understand this scenario. Because now, and moreover, being tougher, I must say that it is offering much more opportunities also. So both the pros and cons are coexisting currently in the market, because market is in dire need of the skillful professionals, and there is a scarcity in the market. That is the reason that this year our placement session has gone exceptionally well, because our students were very well prepared with the requisite kind of the skills which are expected by the recruiters, and they got good opportunities. So I must say that recently, much more focus is on the adaptability and the creativity. These are two major changes which have happened in the market. And besides that, much more impetus is on understanding of the digital ecosystem, which has been a result of the post-COVID scenario. The remote working has happened as a reality in most of the companies. Despite that COVID is under control, so many of our students still are working online. So obviously, without the personal touch, how to create that personal touch is the toughest challenge. And that's the reason the importance of the emotional skills have enhanced much more, because you are not meeting your immediate bosses on daily basis. You're not meeting your teams on daily basis. And that online scenario in itself has created a lot of distances among us, the teams. So how you create that team spirit sitting remotely online, that is one skill which needs to be understood. And that is the reason that, in fact, in our curriculum, when I said that we have added 37 new modules, we have added in the PPSP program these modules also, that how to create the video CVs, how to interact with your teams online, how to have the team building spirit to be inculcated as a professional tomorrow online. So I'm very sure that the new ecosystem is challenging, no doubt, but the youngsters are fully equipped also. The new generation knows how to tackle these challenges. This is something which is giving us a lot of confidence that this new generation is so much agile in learning the new skills. And that's what has been capitalized in our campus by providing them a lot of curriculum and co-curricular opportunities in the ways that on one side we are organizing Melange, which is inter-institute annual cultural festival in which this year more than 40 institutes from the whole NCR region participated. On another side, we have organized the AICT sponsored international conference on artificial intelligence and how it is impacting the technology and the social ecosystem of the country. So our students are being exposed to these different platforms, and that is really helping them to learn these new skills which are needed in the market. But yes, the market landscape has changed thoroughly, and our students have to work double shift. That's very, very important for them.
I think, ma'am, it is majorly because the kind of experience a person goes when they start their career. So like initial 1 or 2 years are completely learning. So you are providing that learning during the studies only, during their program itself. So I think that's where the double shift comes in practice. So very well said, very well said, ma'am. Any instance that you faced any challenge in terms of adapting, and you facing any challenge from the student side in terms of say adapting to the online culture in terms of taking classes or attending classes, and how you overcame that?
In fact, I must say that this is a global challenge which has been faced by the educational institutions recently due to COVID. But we're really fortunate that now the scenario has changed and we are already working from the campus itself. Our students are coming to the campus for full-time classes. But yes, it is a fact that during online, certain strong challenges were in terms of the concentration spans of the students during online classes. And that is very human also, we understand. For 6 hours, we used to have the classes in our campus. Then in-person touch is there of the faculty members. And they know that how to engage students. Student engagement practices are very strong in a B school. And specifically at IMS Ghaziabad, we are having a practice of group discussions in every subject as an assessment tool. Besides that, a team project is given in every single subject to the students, and team presentations are taken. Similarly, the role plays, simulation exercises, and case study analysis, these are certain practices and pedagogical tools which we use in our campus. But when we resorted to the online due to COVID, undoubtedly these few pedagogical tools were very difficult to be implemented online. And in a B school, the actual learning is through the peer learning. The actual learning is through the team activities, which was definitely hindered to a certain extent. But yes, we tried to devise new methodologies to engage our students with the help of a lot of digital tools. And that helped hugely. The case study analysis were done online, then group discussions happened online in our campus. And that's the reason that today the whole batch which worked online is already placed. So we definitely put almost multiple efforts, which otherwise, if the students would have been in the campus, would have been lesser. But yes, that phase has given us a lot of confidence on our skills also, the skills of our faculty members also, that they could handle any kind of challenging scenario. And being in the campus and dealing with the students has always been the easiest format of working. And we are already back to that format. But yes, we are having action-packed campus life today for our students because we have also understood their potential. And that's the reason that we are giving them the tougher assignments. We are giving them a lot of new exercises, and so many of the new formats of pedagogy have been implemented in our campus. Like IMS has enriched during the COVID phase its libraries, e-resources. And currently, I can claim without any doubt that IMS library is one of the richest library of the region, with the best of the e-resources and the new software Koha, with which every single student is connected with all the resources. And even if they are not sitting in the campus, they can utilize the services of library. Similarly, I'm sure that the new subjects which have been launched focusing on the technology are also helping the students. So no doubt that phase has given us a lot of learning that has made us much more evolved and grown. And the same has happened with the students also. And I'm really pleased with that tough phase also, because final outcome has been huge learning.
Thank you for sharing the instances, ma'am. They are very and they're truly inspiring. So I think you've come out very strong in terms of all the challenges. And when when we'll share these instances, when we'll promote these instances, I think it'll inspire a lot of people out there. Ma'am, moving on to the next question. We wanted to understand, how do you ensure, how do you modify, other than the theoretical learning, a holistic learning is given to the students that are studying in IMS Ghaziabad?
So, well, again, this is very, very pertinent point that in a B school, we can't focus only on the conceptual and theoretical learning. After all, these students have to become the management professionals. They have to take the real-time jobs in the companies in the different areas, like in marketing. They have to handle sometimes the logistics, supply chain, back-end support, customer care, and front-end support. Product management is one of the areas, sometimes the creative. Similarly, in HR, they have to handle analytics, recruitment, selection, development of the resources. So in reality, sometimes the concepts play very smaller role, but yes, they are equally important to get a degree, to get good grades, and of course, for the fundamental knowledge of the students. Besides the theoretical concepts, understanding and learning the skills which are expected as per the recruiters is the biggest task which is needed in the B schools. And we are putting huge focus on the skill enhancement areas. That's the reason I just have highlighted that IMS is a special institution with the practices of PREP, that is Placement Readiness Enhancement Program, in which the focus is on understanding the skills like the mock interview sessions, how to attend the personal interviews, how to project yourself in front of the recruiters, business etiquettes, body language, and of course, very strong focus on the technical and hard skills. Like the Google Analytics is one of the hard skill nowadays is expected in almost every marketing professional. And that is the reason that IMS has taken a leap jump in the area of offering value-added certification courses to the students. And for that, we have tied up with three very senior and reputed agencies. First of all, we have tied up with Microsoft for the Microsoft MS Advanced Excel certification, which is offered to 100% students of our campus free of cost. And this is done in the very first trimester, the day they enter in the campus. After the 7-day induction program is conducted with the help of the corporate experts, the second week, the students are offered this value-added certification program by Microsoft on Excel certification. Because we believe that this is one of the biggest and strongest weapon the students are creating in terms of learning Excel. And tomorrow it becomes a great skill for them in whatever specialization area they plunge into in their careers. Secondly, we have tied up with MSME, that is Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises. And with MSME, we have in fact tied up for 4 value-added certification courses, which again are offered to our students free of cost in the consecutive terms, in terms 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. These certifications are, first of all, digital and social media marketing. Again, this is highly relevant skill which is needed by the students. Second certification is offered to the students in the third trimester, that is Yellow Belt Six Sigma certification. Again, this is a skill needed in almost every technical area wherever students go. The third MSME certification offered to the students is the Google Analytics. Again, when we chose this buffet of certifications to be offered to the students, we relied on the feedback of our stakeholders. The most important stakeholder, no doubt, are our recruiters. So we are having a practice of taking recruiters' feedback after every single placement session is undertaken in our campus. Like this year in our campus, 92 companies visited. So we are having 92 recruiters' feedback available with us in terms of what new skills the student should learn. And they give us the buffet of new skills which are expected and needed among us, the students. And then our academic council reviews those feedbacks, and based on the wisdom of the various members who are the currently, you can say, very senior corporate experts, and they are representing from the different 11 countries in the academic council. And then we shortlist the skills to be offered to the students. And every year, the new additions are done in those value-added certification courses. And then the third very important interface which we are giving to the students is the tie-up with the foreign universities. And during these interfaces, students are learning from the foreign university professors, very senior academicians. They are taking certain modules of 6 hours or 12 hours, and the new learnings happen. So these skills, beyond going to the theoretical concepts, are definitely giving a lot of inputs to the students. Besides that, an ecosystem of entrepreneurship is created in the campus, for which we have CIE in the campus, which is Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So students are having under this CIE, you can imagine that the workshop for the business case creation, business projects creation, then the workshops for the idea generations. And for this, we invite very senior entrepreneurs to our campus who conduct the workshops with our students. Similarly, we are having a very special cell in our campus, that is CDEC, that is Center for Development and Excellence in the Corporate Sector. So this CDEC again is having the tie-ups with a lot of corporate sectors which are engaging our students as the interns, and their services are taken by the companies. And that becomes such a strong, you can say, skill enhancement program for our students, that they are learning from the live projects, they are learning from the research projects, which again are given compulsorily to 100% students in the first 3 trimesters. Similarly, students are sent for the industrial visits. The next week, our students have already fixed up to go to the mother dairy plants and then Coca-Cola plant. And the plant visits give them so much of the understanding about the logistics, supply chain, inventory management, the manufacturing units of these companies. So I'm very sure that these are inputs which are real inputs helping to the students to become capable for the placement readiness. And then besides that, so much of the cultural activities are happening in the campus. We are having 8 clubs in the campus which are fully student driven. Every department, marketing, finance, HR, business analytics, are having their own independent clubs. So those club activities are giving so much of the new learnings to the students. So I'm sure that outside the classroom activities are intense in our campus. And this complete buffet of activities are giving so much of the integration to the students to have the adaptability, the creativity, the resilience, which is needed in the market sector. And of course, the continuous learning is happening. They are learning the basic skill of time management even, because they are the ones who are at the forefront of organization of these events. So this is all about the campus life at IMS Ghaziabad. I'm sure the students who are currently in our campus, they are learning hugely.
Very well summed up, ma'am. Again, one of my next questions was regarding, how do you you know take entrepreneurship, how do you take entrepreneurship projects, and how, in your opinion, has the entrepreneurship, because we've seen a lot of startups, a shift of corporate jobs to startup jobs. Previously, students were, or people were a little skeptical in taking jobs in startups, but now when they understand the idea behind it, and also they build their own startups while they're studying. So this is a huge trend which is picked up in India, and I think this will bring boom in terms of growth, and also in terms of growth in the overall economy.
True, very true.
So, ma'am, my next question would be this. This is completely this is a little different question. So, how do NBA accreditations add to the value of any university? In your opinion, how does it benefit, and what kind of value does it add to any university?
In fact, IMS is again one of the institutions in the northern India which is having NBA accreditations, National Board of Accreditation, since last 20 years now. And this is uninterrupted accreditation, which IMS is very proud of. And NBA is the apex body of Government of India, which gives the accreditations to the B schools. And the very layman meaning of having NBA accreditation for the student should be that the PGDM program, the degree of PGDM is considered equivalent to MBA program as per NBA norms. So any institution which is having NBA accreditation is having this great privilege that their degrees are considered equivalent to the master's degree. And any student who would like to go for the higher studies like PhD program, they would like to pursue their career in the foreign universities and abroad, the degree becomes equivalent to master's degree. So this privilege is a very big privilege. Not all the B schools are enjoying this privilege today in the country. So that's what is the relevance and importance and significance of having this accreditation. And second point, this accreditation is very clear reflection of the academic quality of the campus. I must share with you that NBA accreditation process is one of the most rigorous process of Government of India. And they try to evaluate and gauge any institution on 10 parameters. And out of these 10 parameters, very, very important parameter is the academic quality, classroom delivery, then focus on the course outcomes. And very recently implemented new education policy has put a lot of emphasis on outcome-based education. So now NBA has become thoroughly outcome-based education-centered accreditation. So if any institution today is having NBA accreditation, that clearly is a symbol of very strong academic quality. And IMS is one of those institutions, and that is very proud honor for all of us.
Thank you for sharing the details, ma'am. Moving forward to the next question. This is regarding your vision and mission. That what are your vision and mission as a top management professional for IMS Ghaziabad? I mean, let's say, where do you see IMS Ghaziabad in the next 5 years?
In fact, IMS Ghaziabad's vision is to be a world-class institution transforming society through value-based education. So our focus is not only on the education, but it is on value-based education. So we are definitely putting a lot of efforts to create responsible citizens of our country who are not only becoming the management professions of par excellence, but they are having very strong values which will serve the society and the country tomorrow. Besides that, the mission of IMS Ghaziabad is to cultivate competent and socially responsible business leaders. So this is defined mission of our campus to create socially responsible business leaders. So our whole curriculum is centered around this social responsibility also. And it is reflected in our curriculum also. We are having a full course on corporate governance and social responsibility. Similarly, we have a student-driven club of Abhar, in which the students are having tie-up with various NGOs, in which students are doing internship. Say, for example, our 48 students have very recently completed internship with Goonj for 2 months. Similarly, we are having tie-up with other NGOs with which our students are coordinating, collaborating, and helping out the underprivileged. I'm very sure that these vision and mission statements of our institution are the guiding light for our institution, and they are helping us to reach to the goal which we have defined for ourselves. They are the sacred, you can say, guidelines for the institution. The whole team of students, faculty, and the staff members are driven towards attainment of those goals. And when we say that to promote excellence by encouraging research, impactful teaching, and meaningful contribution to knowledge creation in management and technology, which is our mission statement, we are really serious about that. And that's the reason that research ecosystem is created in our campus, not only for the faculty members, but for the students also. That's the reason in every subject's assessment, we have 10% assessment for the research project. So you can just see very simply as a layman that if there are 42 modules which students are completing in our campus for getting PGDM degree, they are having 42 research proposals to be created. And that created a huge sense of research understanding amongst our students. And that has become a very strong forte of our students when they go for the different job prospects also. So I'm sure that we are trying to put our best efforts with all the humility. But yes, journey is very long. We still have to do a lot to make further improvements and to grow further.
Thank you for sharing the details and insights, ma'am. And, the kind of details that you're sharing, and also the hard work and effort that you have, that the complete IMS Ghaziabad team has been putting. I'm sure the goal will definitely be achieved. Moving forward to the next question, ma'am. This is actually the last question. How do you ensure that the brand value and visibility of IMS Ghaziabad perpetuates? Like, you can talk about your association with different agencies, any vendors that you're working with, and also in terms of how your budgets in terms of marketing and branding has changed in the last couple of years.
Okay, well, in fact, again, it's very interesting perspective about the brand building of the campus. I must share that of late, our campus has reduced our branding budget hugely. And that is one reflection that our students have become the brand ambassadors of the campus. How the word of mouth spreads across the different stakeholders is very important perspective and denominator which decides and defines any institution. I believe that the students of IMS Ghaziabad, who eventually become its alumni, they are our biggest brand ambassadors. Currently, IMS Ghaziabad is having more than 8,000 alumni members who are in very, very senior positions working in the corporate sector. They are the ones who are creating the branding of the campus. We are having the vice presidents, CEOs, CMDs, and very senior positions held by IMS alumni in the different companies, and not only in India, but abroad also. And our very strong alumni connect is one of our branding strategy, I must say. The second, of course, the current students of the campus should be highly satisfied with your campus, with the academic quality, with the placements, and that becomes your biggest strength. And we believe that that is one of the USP of IMS Ghaziabad in terms of its branding strategy. Third, definitely we have reduced our budgets from the the print media, but yes, we are having very strong presence in the digital media. There are various portals who are giving good opportunity and as a platform to the new students and give a lot of guidance that how they should take admission in the different B schools, like Get My University is one of them, shiksha.com is there, and so many of the similar portals have come up very recently. I must say they are serving the students very well because they create a lot of understanding about various institutions available in the market, the pros and cons, the strengths and weaknesses of the institutions, they are displayed. So IMS Ghaziabad is very active in all these portals, and we are definitely having our live campaigns going on in most of the portals. And that helps the students to understand what we are offering. So all these three things taken together, our alumni connect, the current students, word of mouth and referral, and third, our very strong visibility in the digital media and the portals. That is helping us to create strong branding of the campus. Besides that, no doubt the other stakeholders like our faculty members, then the global interface of our campus, they become our brand ambassadors. And no doubt the recruiters who are taking our students, they are spreading very positive word of mouth about IMS.
So, ma'am, one more question. Uh, so, what is the message that, since you have a lot of a very enriching and a good experience, what is the message that you give to the young leaders who are on their path to continue their or on their path towards their management journey?
Well, I think this question I always love to answer because being in the academic fraternity since last more than 25 years, I have seen so much of the changes going on amongst the different generations. And this current generation of the young students is one of the special kind I must share. Because this particular generation of youngsters I have seen have stars in the eyes. They really want to touch the sky. They want to achieve so much. They are highly aspirational. So I would like to tell them that keep your dreams very high. Watch the big dreams. Don't put any rider and the boundaries on your dreams. So dream boundaryless so that you can achieve boundaryless. That's the key word. And I'm so sure if these youngsters will enter into the management fraternity, they will definitely create a lot of difference in the whole country, in the whole skill set of this world. That's what is my very strong belief for this young generation. So I wish them a lot of luck. And I believe that the future of our country is in the right hands with this kind of generation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think after hearing this, all the students will definitely have a big smile on their faces like I have right now. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you very much, Palak. It has always been a great pleasure with you. So whenever you get time, just catch up, come to the campus.
Definitely, ma'am. Lovely.
All the best.
Talking to you.
All the very best. You people are doing great job. I must acknowledge, honestly. Not only for the interview I was saying, but it is a great job having the portals and giving a lot of information to the students fraternity who are confused. So you people are doing great job. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.